Thank you. You there, Buck? All right, beauty. Well, it was an early elimination from the 2022 Spengler Cup for Canada earlier on today, and one of these two teams will be joining them tonight. HC Davos, the host, 1-1 through the group stage. IFK Helsinki, 0-2. If Davos loses tonight, this city will not be pleased. It'll be a rough night in Davos, if there is such a thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. There aren't too many rough nights in this beautiful town, but yes, indeed. The Davos Den, the fans are ready to go. Davos looking to redeem themselves after that huge loss yesterday against Sparta Prague. You know, really interesting, Dusty. The opener for Davos against Canada, they got out to an early 2-0 lead. They held on, but for the most part, they looked really, really good through that 60 minutes and a victory over Canada. Fast forward 24 hours to Sparta Prague, and they looked anything but that. So I guess the question that we'll find over the next 60 minutes is, what Davos team will we find?
Sandro Eichelman gets the start in net for Davos. He won that first game against Canada. Rupe Tappinen making his first start of the tournament for IFK Helsinki. He is their regular #1 goaltender. Came in relief in their last game. On the season, he's got a .919 save percentage and a 1.71 goals against average. Those numbers are good enough for a record of 6 wins, 6 losses, and 6 overtime losses. So despite those impeccable numbers, haven't had the offense on a lot of nights for him. So far in this tournament, Helsinki has struggled to keep the puck out of their net. Will putting Tappinen in finally change things? One of the storylines we'll be following here tonight. Rantakari moves it ahead, now to center, and that'll be chipped in over the blue line. Corvi has it and moves it ahead into the zone. Stransky fires, and that is blockered away by Tappinen. First big test of the game, and he passes. No hesitation to just let one fly there from Matej Stransky.
That was a wonderful shot off the stick of Stransky. It was a 2-on-2. Andreas Ambul played the puck in the neutral zone with his skate, went to that man right there, Stransky, who kind of was able to walk in to that slap shot. He got all of it. Blockered aside by Tappinen.
Face off, won by Jaska into the corner, but Stransky hops on it. Vesalainen slides down and takes it away. He's got 2 assists in 2 games so far in the tournament. Corvi now takes it, pedals, throws it in front. That shot from Stransky, trigger happy here in the early going, is turned aside. Now Stransky down low side of the goal. Corvi out front to Ambul. This line buzzing, broken up by Pakarainen. He's back the other way on his off wing. Tried to walk around the defender, is forced into the corner against Eagly. Koivistonen up top. Berglund with a shot through, and Eichelman's first test hangs on, and an excellent pace to the first 90 seconds of this hockey game.
There's a look at Sandro Eichelman. Sees this one from 60 feet away, right into his belly. Nothing doing for Helsinki. And yes, what a great start for that top line. Corvi, Stransky, and Ambul for Davos.
Another shot through. Eschleman got a pad on that. And it'll be played out and down the ice. This one will go for icing. They're going to wave it off, actually. Great hustle down the ice by Bristet. Sorella in the corner. Sorella looking backdoor to Dominic Eagley, who cheated down. It's broken up and played back out into the neutral zone now, down into Davos territory. Thomas Vellinger did not play in the first game for Davos. Did draw into the lineup yesterday. Moves it over to the right now, a pass ahead. What a good look. Prassel moves it up the boards, looking for a return feed. It's gonna lay there and will eventually be poked into the corner. Two members of Davos in after it. Wieser being one of them, couldn't come up with it. And it'll be played out over a stick down the ice, and this one will go for icing.
Well, hey, I know we're only 2 minutes and 19 seconds in, but if any early indication is Davos has come to play. You know, we talked at the onset of, you know, getting right back at it, forgetting about Prague. It looks like a different team. They've got jump. They're getting on pucks quick, physical early on.
One semifinalist set, Orbro out of Sweden, will face Sparta Prague, who looks to be the strongest team in this event so far. The other one still to be determined. The winner of this game will go up against Ambry Piotta. There's a shot from Haltonen, who's back in the lineup. Didn't play in their second game, scored in the first one. Another shot for the point. And this time the rebound off of Eschleman all the way down the ice. Aston plays it in, didn't get it deep enough, and now it'll be poked right back out and down the ice. And that one will be icing as well, with almost 3 minutes gone here in the first period. This game already seems to have more flow than the one we called earlier today with Canada and Orbro.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Dustin, and I mean, I don't think we want to necessarily be referring back to Canada throughout this broadcast, but I'll tell you what, you know, in 3 shifts from Davos, we've already seen more high danger chances than Canada had the whole game. They're quicker, their jump, you know, they have more jump. Canada could just never get anything going. And when you see it here, I think maybe a lot of it just comes down to lack of speed and quickness.
Yeah, both of these teams certainly have that, and they move the puck extremely well. Now it'll be played out into the neutral zone. Onside, nice move by Rowe. He's got some room. Rowe walks in, backhander high and wide. Tried to pick the far corner top side. Got too much under it though, but another good scoring opportunity. All the time in the world there for Andrew Rowe. Vananen drops it back. Penalty coming up against Davos. So after a great scoring chance, it comes up empty, and it's Rantakari who's slow skating off. Power play on the way for the visitors. Helsinki, what a move by Vesalainen. Drops it back, backhander, and kicked out by Eschleman. Back up top, Natanen along the boards. Jaskod takes it down low. All the way back up top, Natanen with a shot wide. Be controlled on the near side. Vesalainen playing pass along the boards, comes back to him again, bats it down, and finally a chance here for Pachot to touch it. And that's exactly what he will do.
Well, it's going to be Andrew Rowe. He was, of course, the one who had a terrific play right before the penalty. You can see a little collision here, and then right after that, the cross check in the foreground. Andrew Rowe comes in a little bit late. Maybe taking a little bit exception to Egley, but it was a cross check on the back of Rantakari, coming on the heels of the best point blank scoring chance for Davos so far.
An opportunity for Helsinki power play that has struggled so far in the tournament. They've had 10 of them. Getting to the power play is not an issue. Taking advantage of it has been. They're operating at 10%. Great opportunity here. Goaltender's down. It's off the crossbar. A yawning cage. And Natanen couldn't finish.
Wow. We're going to get a terrific look here. Natanen's got a wide open cage. He jumps on it, and it just goes off the toe of his stick too much. I mean, put it on the ice. It did not need to go that high whatsoever. Opportunity missed for Helsinki.
Off the draw, Natanen. Up top to Berglund. Back across to Natanen. Has traffic in front, a shot in, and Ashelman squeezes that one underneath his arm and hangs on for a whistle.
Here's a look at the play from Rowe before that. Wow, did he put on the brakes in a heartbeat there. Rantakari went flying. Thought it was a little interesting decision that he went to his backhand like that, did Rowe. Put it 2 feet over the net.
He was in a great spot just to shoot it, wasn't he? Yeah,
on his forehand.
Caught me a little off guard as well. Now this will be ripped around all the way out and down the ice. Tappinen leaves it in behind the goal for Rantakari, who drew the penalty. Options to his right. Pakarainen now on the left side. That one broke the stick of Rasmussen and is called on an offside. We'll drop it again in the neutral zone.
Well, you were mentioning earlier, here's this stick breaking on the pass across, but you mentioned earlier Helsinki just 1 for 10 on the power play. So they've had no issues drawing penalties, but it's been translating into goals that's been the trouble.
Face-off one, Dahlbeck turns and fires it all the way down the ice. Takes a weird bounce. Tappinen's all right though, Rantakari has it. Right up the middle into the neutral zone. Otto Pajanen played it around and behind the net, but it comes all the way back down the ice. Rantakari has to regroup again. Ambule out here to kill. Number 10 in blue there, long time captain for HC Davos. Down in the corner, Palola gets it back up top. Now they'll let it slide down in behind the net. Jaska, Vesalainen, Rantakari, Vesalainen looked across, couldn't get it to Palola. Now he's got it again. Shot through Eshelman to save. Palola grabs it in the corner, dumps it off. Now he'll get a return feed down low, up top to Rantakari. Vesalainen's gonna fire, blockered away by Eshelman again. Great pressure on this power play from Helsinki. No finish though. 15 seconds left. And this will be played back. They're gonna make a change. That could do it. Berglund drops it back. Turned over and now brought in on the tack. Michelis down low. And it'll be taken away. Knocked out to the neutral zone. Good pressure there from Bristet on the back check. Now down low. Helsinki comes up with the puck again. Berglund, far side. Shot through into the glove of Eshelman, who is picked up here tonight where he left off in Game 1 against Canada. Just over 6 minutes gone here in the first period. And it was a decent start for HC Davos, but IFK Helsinki has taken over, kind of got a power play and have kept that momentum going. And Eshelman has had to have been very good so far. He's faced 9 shots in the first 6.5 minutes, and he's stopped them all. Pashode in the corner. Big fella. Spins around and drops it back in behind the net to Vellinger. Vellinger moves it ahead to Bristet, and he'll skate it through the neutral zone, pass far side, behind Sorella. And now Helsinki will take over again. This will be played down. Eschleman got a paddle on it to slow it down for Vellinger. Vellinger now takes a look and skates away right up the middle of the ice. Near side, Bristet. He'll play it down in behind the net. And that is where they will go to work. Good battle down to the blocker side right here of Tappanen. 5 players beneath the goal line. Barendune is able to keep this in the zone. Dropped off far side. Now sent across. Sorella waiting for it, but that's broken up and will be brought back away by Iro Pakarainen. Pakarainen in over the blue line. Drops it back. Vesalainen. Vesalainen back up top. Larson plays it down low for Jaska. Broken up off the boards and out into the neutral zone. Larson called for it and he got it. Eddie Larson in over the blue line. Leaves it for Vesalainen. Vesalainen towards the net and he scores! A far side snipe from Christian Vesalainen, and Helsinki is on the board first.
Well, speed kills, and that's exactly what happens here. Very quick transition from Helsinki. A beautiful drop pass to Vesalainen with speed. He's able to get around the first defender and then backhand to forehand. Probably one that Eschleman would like back. That's a tough angle to score from, but it was perfectly placed off the far post and in. But, you know, Davos had just gotten the puck out over the blue line. A couple players went for a change. You mentioned it. Eddie Larson was calling for the puck cross ice. He got the puck, gained the blue line. Vesalainen comes off behind him for the drop pass and in the back of the net. Nice play, IFK Helsinki.
Vesalainen now a goal to go along with his 2 assists in this tournament. And Ken, I don't know if it's just me, but to me it looks like Vesalainen is getting better and better in each of the 3 games.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%.
Now down along the boards, this is Stransky. Had a good scoring chance earlier in the game. Now takes this in behind the goal. Back up top to the blue line. What type of response can we get from HC Davos? Stransky, high slot, Ambule, bobbled it, kind of came in tight on him. And it'll be played out and down the ice. Shots on goal, 10-1 right now in favor of IFK Helsinki, who came into this game with an 0-2 record, finishing 3rd in their group. Rowe backhands it in, broken up immediately. Now turned over, down in behind the net. Rasmussen, quiet tournament so far. Works down low with Eagly. Andrew Rowe watching on. Rantakari involved in the battle. Along with Lemush, they'll work it up along the boards to the blue line. Not out. Rowe slid in there, didn't take the puck with him. And now a chance to possibly clear, and that is exactly what they will do. Koivistonen on goal. Eschleman blockers it to the corner. Rowe trying to come back, plays the body, knocks that puck loose. Rasmussen pass far side off the heel of the intended target. Right back in on the attack again. Tallberg plays it around to Berglund. Helsinki is flying out here so far in this game. Tallberg in behind the net. Throws it in front, nobody home. And Rasmussen will take over. Plays it ahead. And Sorella tries to track it down in the corner. Cassius Tool all over him. Bristet tries to join the pressure as well, but a chance to clear it, and they'll play it right up the middle. Pakarainen walking in. He's going to keep it. Eschleman way out. Rebound bounces just wide. Nygren up the right side. Michelis drops it off. Penalty coming up, and a power play for HC Davos to try to get something going offensively.
Dangerous play here. Einari Lahanka. A little too aggressive on Bristet. And you talk so much about momentum in a game and how important power plays are as we get one more look at Vesalainen just tucking this shot in off the far post. Beautiful placement, but Davos had that great start. Speed. They take a penalty. Although Helsinki doesn't score on it, they generate several scoring chances. They move the puck around. Then they have the momentum and get the goal. Now it's almost shifted back here. Power play for Davos.
Stransky along the wall. Back up top, Eagly. Return feed to 44, Stransky. Drops it off far side. Eagly, swing and a miss. Gets a chance to reload at the right point. Back up top, shot right there into the stomach of Tappinen, who hangs on as they got it right into the middle of that power play to Wieser, and he's denied.
Well, Davos loves looking to the middle, just kind of a 5-6 foot pass. This time it was Mark Wieser, cocked and ready, but didn't quite place it where he wanted to.
Corvi on the draw for Davos, and they will get it back to Stransky. Dumps it off to Dominic Eagly. Eagly along the boards to Corvi. Rowe slides down to try to keep this alive. Corvi comes in there as well, and Corvi's able to backhand it back up to Eagly. Corvi, Stransky couldn't settle it down. Now the pressure's gonna come. Dumps it off to Wieser. Stransky. Eagly. Corvi. Now sent through. Rebound is there. Right back out again. Stransky with a shot and he scores! A rocket on the power play and we're tied at 1.
Justin, every good power play needs a quarterback. In this instance, it's Dominic Eagly who's playing the top point. He gets the first shot away. It comes right back to him. He's in a perfect position to shoot again. He opens up like he's going to shoot. Everyone bites. What does he do? He just throws it right off to Stransky, who's got a wide open net. You can see Tappinen. He was sold on the first fake from Eagly. That is just wonderful hockey from the Davos defender. And you can see the emotion from Stransky as he buried that one-timer into the gaping net.
The crowd here at the Ice Stadium in Davos loved it. And now a power play goal. First of the tournament for Davos. Has them on equal footing here. They were 0 for 7 on the power play coming into this game. Now a shot in, and Eschleman will hang on no problem with 8:18 on the clock in the first.
I'm not going to promise this is my last reference to the game we saw earlier, but from both clubs, you already get that sense of urgency that this is an elimination game, and you really just never sensed that earlier for whatever reason. You and I could dissect that at another time, but not that was a must goal from Davos, but they set up on that power play, and they just looked like they were going to do everything they could to get a score, get a goal, or at least a great scoring opportunity.
Line Stransky's had an eye on shooting the puck tonight, right from the very first shift of the game, and we've seen him do this before, and he managed to do it again. That's his second. The other one bounced in off his leg going to the net in the previous game, so finds different ways to get it done. Does Matej Stransky. Very similar to when he was with Trinec in 2019 at this event. They used him in that same spot on the power play, and he had quite a bit of success helping that team get to the final. Rasmussen back to the point, shot high over the shoulder of Tappinen. Vellinger knocks it down low. Eagly lets it slide to Rasmussen, poked away by Rantakari, and he moves it ahead to Pakarainen. Pakarainen drops it off. Good job stepping up in the neutral zone to break it up, but following up on the play, a shot off the side of the goal. And that was off the stick of Vesalainen, who, like Stransky, an eye for the shot tonight. This is out. Knack will give chase, got a piece of it. No icing, so he's gonna hustle down in behind the goal. Halttunen for Helsinki, moves it up the boards. Olli Palola chases it down into the corner. Now it's poked out, an opportunity for Knack. Walking in, shoots just wide, blocker side. Great bursts from Knack flying down the wing. And now Davos with that goal has taken over momentum in this hockey game. Holtonen driving wide by himself, tries a shot. Eichelman takes it up high. Rebound is there. And Natanen steals it down low, working with Koivistonen, and Holtonen gives it to Holtonen, and the 17-year-old lets one rip off the shoulder of Eichelman.
He just loves to shoot, and it's fun to watch.
Hirvonen, quiet so far tonight as the Maple Leafs prospect. That's off of a stick, up and out of play. We are deadlocked at 1 in the first in Davos.
Simon Knack.
Welcome back to Davos, Switzerland. Second game of the day here at the Spengler Cup. Canada sent home earlier. Both of these two teams hoping not to join them. Dahlbeck down low. Will battle in the corner. And that'll be taken and knocked out to the neutral zone. Fora goes back for it. Calmly off the boards to Stransky, the goal scorer for HC Davos. He'll give it to Ambule. Ambule plays it back in behind the net. Baraduna's on it there. Michelis, an option to his left, Fora to his right, and that's where he goes. Pass behind Bristet, and that's the distance of the rink. Be brought back down for icing.
Well, Davos loves that long pass. You do run the risk if you're not completing your target of it coming all the way back down for icing like this.
Vannanen on the draw for IFK. Knocks it back right between his legs, but Verdun is on it for Davos. Bristet, Fora. Fora, center ice. Wrists it down in behind the goal. Tappinen tried to come out and knock it down. Didn't get all of it. Bristet will engage along the near boards. Verdun cheating down from the blue line to try to help out. Finally, it pops loose, but then knocked right back down into the corner. Rantakari moves it ahead. Vannanen, right side. Tallberg sends it towards the goal. Eichelman knocked it out right in front of himself, but it was scooped up by Michelis, and he's back the other way. Michelis with Bristet along the boards. Vannanen comes back to grab it for Helsinki. And now he will just retreat, drop it off, and head off on a change as they leave it for Lemush. Lemush. Berglund fires it in. And that one was a good 8 feet on the wrong side of center ice. And that'll be blown down with less than 5 minutes to play here in the first.
Get a quick look at Sandro Eichelman. Davos goaltender. Been beaten once on 16 Helsinki shots so far.
Eichelman played one game back in the 2019 Spengler. Was an Olympic roster guy for Switzerland in 2022 as well. He's under contract until 2026-27 here at Davos. So they've got their goaltender locked up. Now in the corner, Pashode and Eagley working there for Davos. trying to knock it loose. Eventually up the boards and out to the neutral zone off of a leg. And now batted back by Rasmussen. Eagley will take it in behind his own goal. Fresh legs over the boards here for the squad in blue. Near side. Knack. Dangerous look on a breakaway earlier. Couldn't hit the net. Now it's turned over, and this game has really been coming in waves, hasn't it? Helsinki brought it for a while, then Davos brought it for a while, and now it's kind of evened out again.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And about the last 4 minutes, it's just kind of been back and forth without a good scoring chance. We've seen a couple of icings in a row here now, one from each team. And I guess it's to be expected, you know, the adrenaline's pumping, you puck drop, crowd's into it, and then you get to the later stages of the period and you settle in.
Here's Stransky along the boards. Taken away and played out by Eddie Larson. And it'll be blown down on the offside as well. Nygren, longtime defenseman for HC Davos. He's already confirmed a transfer for next season to Färjestad. And we were talking a little bit earlier with a few members of the local media up here. And you know, coming from North America, I'm just fascinated with how the transfer windows and everything work. Very soccer-like, obviously. And if you play a video game like FIFA like I do, you'll understand it a little bit better, but it's still weird having a conversation about hockey teams. You know, it's strange.
No, you're exactly right, but it's the way it is over here. And so, you know, what typically happens, as Dustin's saying, is you're in the middle of a season and a player will sign with another team within your league, or in Nygren's case, in a completely different other league for the next year. So you're still got 4 or 5 months left to finish, but you've got a contract, you've got security knowing that you've got a deal with another team.
Now working way out towards the front of the net. That was Knack. He's got some jump in his step tonight, taken away. Hirvinen's able to chop it into the zone. This will be scooped up on net, just wide. Natanen down low. Hirvinen comes in and picks it up. Back to Natanen. Couldn't handle it cleanly, but does regain possession. Now up top to the blue line. Another shot through wide to the glove side left and eventually poked out to the neutral zone. Settled down here by Wieser. Now he'll head off on a change. Berendune comes out. Takes refuge in behind his own cage. 57 in blue. Now he'll move it up the right side. Center ice along the boards. Corvi trying to track it down. Stransky is there as well. It bounces into the corner. Ambuel moves it back up to the point. Now that is blocked. Aston had taken off, trying to sneak in behind the D. There he is, chasing this puck down. No icing because he's on it. Throws it out front, and Vananen couldn't get it cleanly, and Davos will take over. Stransky, all by himself, has to be careful. He'll be pressured and strong enough on the puck, and actually draws a penalty on the play. That could have gone so much worse for Davos. Instead, they'll head to the man advantage as Juha Jaska heads to the penalty box.
Well, this is a perfect example of the good and bad of puck possession and turning the puck back when you don't like what you see. So Stratsy's got the puck. He probably could have taken 5 more strides, got the red line and dumped it in. Instead, he turned back to try to buy some time. And there was Juha Jaska all over him. And like you said, it could have gone the other way. But the strength of Stransky not only got the puck out, but also drew the power play.
Davos power play has already found the back of the net once in this game so far. Won't happen just yet here as it's played all the way down. Nygren goes back for it. Swoops around behind the net. Throws it across. Rasmussen. Ambuel. Into the zone. Scored in that 9-2 beating they took from Prague. Loses the puck here, and it'll be brought back out shorthanded and knocked down into the corner. Päivänen on it for Helsinki. Double teamed, lost it. And will now hustle back and actually head off on a change. Nygren leaves it behind. Now they'll use Rasmussen near side. Blue line and in. Ambule gives chase. Vannanen on it first. Couldn't hammer it out. Knack has it. Nice soft play to keep this alive. Down along the boards now. Back up top to the blue line. Just kept in. Eagly got there just in time. Rasmussen down. Pass across. Swing and a miss there from Sorella. Larson around the board. Second crack at it, and it'll be Vannanen who gets it all the way down the ice. Penalty clock, game clock, pretty much in sync here as we close in on the final 30 seconds of period number 1, and it's been a good one. All the way down into the corner, grabbed and played back out, settled down there. Stransky has it. Stransky in over the blue line, down into the corner. Rowe will give chase. Pins his man against the end board. It's played back out. 20 seconds on the clock here in the first period. Corvy's going to wind it up. Corvy in over the blue line, still has it. Stransky fires this time. Tappinen is there to close the door. Boy, Stransky got all of that one, didn't he?
He's feeling it today. He's got a shooter of a stick. That's the third quality slapper he's let go. And this power play, not quite as effective as the first. Three consecutive dumpings, but nothing happening but one good chance right at the end there.
Vesalainen for IFK Helsinki. Stransky replies for Davos. We are tied at 1 after 20 at the Spengler. Who do I got, Buck? Oh, all right. You can chill. Still there, Buck? All right, beauty. Okay, beauty. Welcome back. Second period action coming up here in Davos at the Ice Stadium. Tied at 1. Shots 16-5 in favor of IFK. So a nice period for Sandro Eschleman, who had a .966 save percentage coming in after that win against Canada, in which he was announced as the player of the game for HC Davos. So you're going to have strong goaltending if you're going to win this tournament. And Eschleman has provided that so far. Tappinen hasn't been tested a ton, had no chance on the Stransky one-timer, but he's made a couple good saves too.
Yeah, I mean, they've both been good, no doubt about it. You know, I think the shots are a little bit misleading when you look at what the level of play was and which way it was tilted. Really during the first power play Helsinki had, they had several shots, and that kind of ramped up the number there.
Do or die game here at the 2022 Spengler Cup. Deadlocked as we start period number 2. Dahlbeck goes back for HC Davos. Sliding in there, Max Aston knocks it to Tallberg. Tallberg, with Aston watching on, moves it ahead to Rowe, bounced over his stick, and fired back in behind the net. Eschleman comes out, gonna be pressured, moves it down into the corner. Now in behind the goal, backhanded through the neutral zone, broken up immediately. And Luhanka, far side, Vesalainen, Jaska went between the legs. That was broken up though by Stransky. Now in behind the board, Stransky up to the right, Ambul to the left. And they'll find Ambul with speed walking in with a shot. And the save made there by Tappinen, but what a great job moving that puck up the ice by HC Davos.
Yeah, that was some wonderful puck movement. It's amazing what happens when you have support and you've got it with speed in the form of Andreas Ambul, 39-year-old Swiss forward. He's definitely a legend around these parts in Davos and in the hockey world in Switzerland.
He's a 5-time Olympian, not to mention 17 World Championship tournaments, and this being his 14th Spengler Cup. Shot there off the pad of Tappinen and back out through the neutral zone. Hirvonen drops it off. Koivistonen couldn't get a shot away cleanly. And now in behind the net will be brought away by Corvi. Thought about a pass far side, kept it, chips it ahead to Stransky, and it's blown down on an offside as Corvi, Stransky, and Ambul come in to the zone offside.
That always makes me laugh. I don't know if you could see Stransky there. He's arguing with the linesman because he assumed that it was, linesman thought it was him that was offside, but it was Ambul on the other side. The linesman pointing, no, it was your, oh, okay.
Yeah, because Stransky was straddling the line. He was fine.
But he immediately assumed it was he that got called offside.
Haltonen pokes it ahead. Vaillant in behind the goal. Into the corner. Now back up top. Towards the net, broken up. Christet, pressure coming. Chops it out. And now it'll be one-handed down the ice by Sorella. Haltonen overskated it. Good effort to reach back with one hand and play it back to his defenseman. Lemus. Aston kicks it in. Vellinger. Right side, Barendune moves it ahead. Krasel gets it to Wieser and now into the zone. Vananen hammers it back up along the boards to Aston. And now Tallberg to the blue line, soft chip in. Eschleman blockers it into the corner. And that's where 4 players will battle for the puck. Back and forth continues. And finally, puck is pulled out of there, fired over far side. Knack backhands it towards the blue line, not in just yet. Rasmussen diving, knocks it down low. Eagly goes crashing in there. Rasmussen comes in and joins him. Back up to the point. Eagly along the blue line, looking for an opening. Turns, puts one on goal, deflected in front by Rowe, up into the netting and out of play.
Well, some nice dynamic work there from the backhand from Dominic Eagly, keeping his feet moving across the blue line. Ultimately was looking for a shot on net, and Andrew Rowe, who they just showed, to deflect in, but it went the wrong direction, went up instead of down.
Hey guys, you want stick down in the white, stick.
Andrew Rowe scored early in the tournament. He's on loan right now, trying to find a contract somewhere for next season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Spengler Cup is one of the most followed tournaments in Europe. Lots of eyes, and if you're a free agent, it's a great way to promote yourself. And the tournament couldn't have got off for a better start for Andrew Rowe, scoring in the opening shift against Canada. He's been very, very quiet since then.
Score 30 seconds into your tournament, thinking things are going to go pretty smoothly for you, but a little bit quiet since then.
That's the other unique thing about the Spengler Cup is, you know, each of the teams are able to bring players in on loan. And so that would be Andrew Rowe sent over here from another Swiss club and help bolster the Davos lineup.
Rappersville is where he's been for a while. Christian Woolman was saying earlier in the week to me, they've got 3 guys on loan for this tournament, but he said in the past they've had as many as 5. That's a quarter of your team. Yeah. And it's bringing in a quarter of a new team to come and play for a tournament, which always, the whole aspect of bringing guys in just for a week and a half always sort of fascinates me. Could work great, could not work at all.
No, you're exactly right. And then you contrast that to Team Canada that's essentially brought 22 players together for the first time.
Sometimes that works well. Last year they scored 19 goals, looked unstoppable. This year couldn't score at all. Eagly, far side. Down low now, brought back up high. Eagly with traffic in front, sends it through, hit a player in the back. I think that was Stransky. And it's fired once again all the way down the ice. IFK does not have a shot yet in this period.
There's some terrific puck movement. Long shot from Eagly, looked like it catches Stransky maybe just in kind of the ribs or the backside there. He's in a little bit of discomfort, but I'm sure he'll shake it off.
Wasn't a rocket, but it's still a hard piece of rubber right to the side of your body. Now Nygren moves it in behind the net. Blue line, Hirvonen broke it up. Now played back out to the neutral zone. Bristet drops it off. Michelis couldn't get it cleanly. Now Hirvonen back the other way. Natanen is with him, tried to throw it across to him, and that does not work. Bristet turns it over. Natanen. Koivistonen walks in. Shot deflected. Now Berglund will knock it back down into the corner. And it is up out of play on a deflection with 4.5 gone here in the second.
Well, Davos just a little guilty of maybe being a little too complacent inside their own zone. Matej Stransky grimaces after taking that last shot, but last shift, Davos had the puck in possession at the tops of their own circles on 2 different occasions, both resulting in giveaways.
You wait. Ralphie, stick, hold, stick.
Knack drops it off. Broke it up before the blue line. Another crack at it. Still going. Some great work here. Trying to knock that down loose was Prassel. Now it's taken away. Broken up in the neutral zone by Bouchard, and he fires it all the way back down the ice. Eagly. Back up the boards. They're in and they're onside. Vaillant shot. Eshelman the save. Rebound knocked out to the neutral zone. And Kashetul will control. Rantakari, return feed. Kashetul has some room to skate. Uses it and gets in over the blue line. Drives wide with speed. Kind of ran out of places to go in the corner. And it's taken away, moved around back to the left point. Tallberg's shot hit a leg, bounced to the far boards. Vananen was showed there. Plays it to Wieser. Second crack at it, and Eagly will move it ahead. Rasmussen, a hot shot off the blocker of Tappanen, up out of play.
Now this game's kind of settled in a little bit here once again to start the second period. Long shot from Rasmussen through a screen, fended off by Tappanen into the netting. You know, one thing that a lot of these European clubs do, Dustin, is when you're under pressure in your own zone, whether the puck's in the corner or maybe directly behind the net, they're not afraid to make that 8-foot pass to relief to the D-man in front of the net. And it's a risky pass, but it can be so effective if the team on offense is, you know, trying to take away the wall, put it to the quiet zone in front of the net, and easy exit.
It always looks so dangerous, but then it looks really nice when they're able to execute it. Pakarainen shot. Eshelman turns it aside. Barendune. Rasmussen got a stick on it. They'll knock it down low. Ambule waiting for it over there. Ambule back up to the point. Across near side four. Sends one on goal. Looked like it might have been deflected by Eagly. Either way, Tappanen was there right at the top of his crease. Ambule back up top again to the point. They'll swing it across again to Fora. Fora had a man far side. He'll eventually get there. That's Ambule. Ambule's actually parked in front of the net. Comes right to him. Back at her and he scores! The longtime captain comes up big, and Davos goes on top 2-1.
Well, if this is an exhibit A on how important it is to establish a shot from the point, because that's exactly what Davos does. They get the long boomer, terrific positioning from Ambule. He pulls that quickly, forehand to backhand. He doesn't have to get a lot of it because Tappanen was well out of his crease to take on the first shot, the long one from the point, just enough to get by the Helsinki netminder. Goals in back-to-back games for the 39-year-old. A terrific emotion from his teammates there.
He went 6 consecutive Spengler Cups without scoring a goal. Now he's got him in back-to-back games. They jam away looking for more, and Tappanen closes the door. A power play coming up when we return.
My hand was up! My hand was up! Let's go!
It was on the goaltender.
My hand was up!
Yeah, but you slashed
My
it.
hand was up! Don't do it! You have
If
a
you
power
wait
play!
and the puck comes down, then you can play it.
2 minutes, slashing, 2 minutes, roughing.
Yeah, lights on.
You know what I mean?
Welcome back. It looked like we were going to see a power play, but another penalty late after a scrum, and we will play 4-on-4 instead here at the Ice Stadium in Davos, Switzerland. Eagly, right off the draw, walking in. Look at him go. Eagly with his shot, tapping and closes the door far side. Boy, Eagly's on his game tonight. Best he's looked in the tournament so far. Now up to the blue line. Koivistonen plays it back up to the point. Tons of room out here right now. Rantakari will take it. Eshelman, no traffic. Turns it aside, no problem. Stransky. Eagly. In behind the net. Now opens himself up, takes the pass, gets it to Corvi. Corvi, middle of the ice, in over the blue line. Drops it to Stransky. Stransky tried to drag it, knocked away. Nygren gets it back to Stransky. Stransky opens up some space, walks in, fires, knocks the stick almost right out of the hand of Rupe Tappinen, but it's up into the netting for a whistle.
There's another look at the goal from Andreas Ambul. Presence in front of the net, but does a nice job to be not right on top of the goalie. Little bit of a quiet area, and that backhand goal is his 12th Spengler Cup goal, and that just passed Rido Van Arks for the most goals in Spengler Cup history.
Played in 14 of them now. Nobody has scored more. Got a minute and 9 seconds left, 4-on-4 here. And off the draw, it's just gonna be poked out to the neutral zone. Davos was trailing in this game 1-0, being peppered early, but have worked their way back into it and now lead 2-1. Dahlbeck up the boards. Rowe couldn't get there. Eddie Larson moves it back in behind the net. Pressure from Dahlbeck. Rantakari around to Larson again. Return feed to Rantakari. Now moves it ahead. Pajanen stripped away by Rowe. Rowe in over the blue line, leaves it for Ambul. Ambul in behind the net. Rowe couldn't get there. Fora moves down from the point. Now the defenseman's gonna try a shot. Boy, you got a lot on that. Right into the midsection of Rupe Tappinen, and he hangs on.
A nice little pinch from the defenseman. Fora. 4-on-4 has been pretty much all Davos. When Helsinki's had the puck, they've been content just to dump it out and allow Davos to regroup and bring it back.
5 guys dressed up as officials in behind the Helsinki net, having a good time here tonight. Off the draw, right off the helmet. Like a hit right in the face mask of Tappinen. Sounded like a post to hit so hard.
That must have hit something on the way through, because I don't think Tappinen saw that until it hit him.
Vesalainen with speed, walking in, tried to go between his own legs. Eagly read it well. Vesalainen gets it back though, up to the blue line. Now down in behind the net, still going with it. Lemush back to 5-on-5, nearing the midway point of the hockey game. Bristette pressed by Vesalainen. Stretch pass is a good one. An opportunity walking in. Huge save, Tappinen, as he robs Rafael Prassel, who is in all alone, looking for some insurance. Now is he down? Is that Prassel who's still down? Did he lose a blade? He might have lost a blade. And they're going to help him up and get him off the ice. The way he fell and then looked back.
I mean, the puck was right there, and he didn't want any part of it. Just kind of went in under his own... the splits. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh.
That's a hamstring. That's a groin. Yeah, I get it.
Oh.
Wow, okay. I didn't see that. Falling in almost a full splits, and then you've got a Helsinki player landing on you at the same time. Before that, what a look from Eagly up the ice. Just a terrific pass. Russell didn't quite get as much on it as he would have liked. Still a good save from Tappinen to not give anything away.
It looked like Prassel tried to get up at first and then went back down again.
Yeah, and realized he was in trouble.
Bodies are not supposed to bend like that. Fora, center ice. Plays it in. Chris Eagley down low. Can't come up with it for Davos. Rasmussen in there as well. Now Eagley's got it, drops it off. That shot high and over top of the goal, and now a race the other way. Eshelman way out of his net. And they'll chop it out through the neutral zone. 10 minutes gone in the second period. Halfway home in this one. Fora just inside the blue line, dumps it off. Left side. Dahlbeck. Wieser, and he'll turn around and hammer it all the way down in behind the net. Pass left side. Jaska settles it down, puts it on goal. Eshelman got just a piece of it. Almost too many men, and actually they are going to call it too many men on IFK Helsinki, and a power play coming up here for Davos with a 2-1 lead.
6 guys on the ice. You're playing the puck. The guy is still going out.
Well, thank you. We'll let the linesman explain exactly what happened. And that was it. The puck came around to the Helsinki bench as they were in the middle of a change. The oncoming player played the puck before the other one got off. And, wow, I mean, 9:32 left in the second. You just get the feeling this could be a really, really crucial moment in this game. If Davos converts and goes up 2, that makes a pretty steep climb, even steeper for Helsinki.
Is it just me, or do the officials seem so much more polite over here? You know, like they almost seem happy.
Yeah, they do. They're and you know what? I mean, I think explaining what's happening on the ice goes such a long way. You're in the respect of the players.
Well, a lot of great communication is what we're seeing, right? Now Eagley will go back for it. He's been a catalyst so far here today for Davos. Brings it ahead, drops it back. And now Corvi into the zone. Wieser there, it'll trickle in. And now poke back towards the blue line. Corvi settles it down, almost gave it away. Luckily, gets it back, down the wall. Wieser up top to Eagley. Corvi, look at Stransky, he's waiting over on the far side of the ice. Nice play by Koivistonen to knock that down. Corvi, Eagley, Stransky fires, and it's blocked. Poke to the blue line, not out. Eagley keeps it in, turns and hammers it across to Corvi. They'll let it go to Stransky. Oh, and he fanned on. It looked like he was trying to flip it back over to Wieser. What a play by Wieser to let it slide to Stransky, though. Now Eagley, Corvi. This time he'll just let it go off the end boards. Rowe couldn't get to it. And this will be played off the boards. And Eagley keeps it in again, at least momentarily. Now he'll get it back down low again. They're actually going to just get a change in here with 40 seconds left. And now a possible 2-on-1 shorthanded. But Koivistonen, I don't think he knew what was cooking there.
Yeah, I don't think he realized that there was opportunity knocking, and he mishandled it, and then still could have had a chance to skate onto it. Elected to go for a change instead.
Rasmussen down deep, moves it around the boards. Sorella has that batted down. Now they got to hustle back. Nygren, Sorella there to help him. Pajanen in the corner. Tallberg watching as well. Just 10 seconds left in this power play. Nygren slowly up to center, drops it back. Just 10 seconds power play. Fuel, but it's deflected. Strength. Jaska has that broken up. Turn around, and that will go. The HC Davos with a 2-1 lead, just over 7 minutes remaining here. Christian Volven, a very important game for him. His contract expires at the end of the year, and we were talking to some people here today that said what happens in the Spengler may very much weigh heavily on what happens with him moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, HC Davos puts, obviously, rightly so, lots of stock into how their club does in this tournament, and as a coach without a contract for next year, a good showing at this tournament will go a long way into securing another contract.
Volven is in his 4th season, just the 2nd Spengler Cup because they didn't have it in 2020 or 2021. In his first Spengler Cup, they lost all 3 games and were knocked out in a similar situation here by a Finnish club. So desperately needs a win tonight. Dolbeck drops it off right side. Fora moves it ahead, chipped down into the zone by Chris Eagley. Now Eagley will follow up on the play. Missed it. Vesalainen moves it ahead. Far side, up the right. Good look. Shot coming. Ashelman kicks it out. Big rebound, and now Vesalainen's on it. Tried to cut it inside and lost the handle. Berglund. Off the skates. Aston picks it up. Tries a shot. That's off the stick of Dominic Eagley. And out of play. 2-1. Davos on top. Defensive zone face-off for HC Davos as we return to the ice stadium on day 4 of the 2022 Spengler Cup. Helsinki will win this draw. Luhanga moves it down into the corner. Haltonen trying to drive out, and the draft-eligible prospect has drawn a holding penalty, and his team will go to the power play. They haven't used him much tonight, but he's been noticeable when he's been out there.
Yeah, he had that one great shift of the first period where he had 3 shots consecutively. And this one, he's a big body. He's 6'3" at 17. Tries to cut to the net. And the referee took exception with the arm of Andrew Rowe. Christian Volven, the coach, wasn't happy with that call. But nonetheless, 2 minutes for Helsinki on the power play. They had solid puck movement in the first one. Not able to convert.
Power play 1 for 11 in the tournament. Haltonen out there with the man advantage over on the left point. Now he'll lurk down the wing, try to center it, and that is broken up and played all the way down the ice by Fora.
Good quick stick from Michael Fora. I've liked his game tonight. Solid, steady D.
Pakarainen down into the corner, gives it away to Corvi, who chips it down the ice.
Great read from Enzo Corvi there, realizing Pakarainen's got no choice but to rim it back up the wall. Corvi, the winger, jumped to the wall to intercept it and clear it.
Painen couldn't get a stick on it. Eschleman comes out, clears the zone himself. Chris Eagley's going to try to chase back here against Vesalainen. Jaska leaves it for Rantakari. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left on this power play for Helsinki. Far side, Vesalainen. The goal scorer today for IFK. Eagley takes him down, and then Dominic Eagley sends it all the way down the ice. Rantakari, another reset, moves it ahead. Haltonen, who'd gone off on a change, is already back out there on this power play. Koivistonen, Painen working behind the net. Koivistonen knocked it up and over, but it was scooped up and played down the ice by Andres Ambul. Good kill here so far for Davos. Koivistonen drops it off, shot in, Eichelman is down, stops the attempt from Pakarainen. Now Halttunen, near corner. Halttunen, patient with the puck, tosses it back up top to Berglund. Berglund shot through a crowd. Eichelman is down, got a piece of it. And now he will bounce back up. Another shot through, and that one is out of play from the point. And the IFK power play expires.
Yeah, really not much doing until the very end here. You can see the traffic in front. Sandro Eichelman. Berglund's just trying to get that through and then seeing if it might rattle around and a rebound might be available. Fortunately for Eichelman, it careened into the corner. No harm done.
Vannanen on the draw, comes up with it, takes it down in behind the goal. Vannanen back up towards the blue line. Now he'll cut inside, turn, put a shot on goal. Eichelman down. Tallberg had traffic in front, couldn't get a piece of it. Motino fire, that's wide, glove side. Controlled by Davos. Line change for Helsinki. Vesalainen comes up with it in the neutral zone, tosses it across Hirvonen. Hirvonen was looking for Luhanka. It's broken up though, and Corvi takes over again. Corvi with speed through the neutral zone, chips it into the corner and chases after it. Bats it to the far corner for Stransky. Stransky to the blue line. Peugeot shot trickles through, hit a couple of bodies on the way in, and now Corvi will grab it in the corner. 3 minutes remaining. Stransky fires again. Went off of Hirvonen back to the point. Peugeot. Eagly waits all the way down into the corner, moves it around far side. Great pressure here from Davos. Looking to go up by 2. Stransky throws it across. Peugeot. Stransky wanted it back. Shot through. Tappinen stops it. Blue line not out. Eagly keeps it in. Walks the line. Drops it off to Stransky. Stransky working against Vesalainen. Hit the official skate. And that will lead to an icing the other way here against IFK. And that group out there has got to be tired after that shift defending.
Great shift. You can see the frustration on Stransky. He thought the linesman could have got out of the way. Nice left pad save from Eichelman through traffic. From Kasterstuhl, Helsinki defender. Eichelman's been good 23 out of 24 through almost 2 periods.
Excellent in a win, 2-1 over Canada as well. Now shot in, tapping in. Popped loose just for a second, but he saw it and hung on, and now his team will be able to get a change in.
Tappinen's been good too.
Yep. That guy beat him on a rebound in front. Got just enough of that one to put it past him too.
Yeah.
Stransky hammered one home on a one-timer. Halttunen trying to skate onto this puck. Dahlbeck takes it away and he's off to the races. Neutral zone with speed. Blue line and in. Cutting wide. Now chips it down low into the corner. Plays it all the way around far side. Ristet turns and knocks it in behind the goal. Eagly's on it there. In behind the net, Sorella. Sorella right in front. Ristet was going hard to the goal. Barandun will fire along the ice just wide. Sorella picks it up again. Another shot through, Tappinen down. And that is up into the netting for a stoppage with 99 seconds remaining here in the period.
You just love to see how active the defense are on this Davos team in the offensive zone. Constantly moving, switching positions, jumping to holes, making sure that they're obviously at the point for any rim arounds, but they're not afraid to jump in, switch positions with a forward. Davos D have been very solid here this evening.
Hold it. You first. Down. Yep. Down. Down. Nice. That's my fault. I missed the timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's mine. Exactly what I told you to wait perfectly.
I don't know if you hear that very often.
Stick down, hold, Dennis.
Did the linesman just admit
He
a
did.
mistake?
He said that was my fault.
That's fabulous that we can listen in on that.
Eagly keeps it in. 90 seconds now to play in the period. Rasmussen trying to head off on a change. Just kicks it back into the zone now. Natanen in over the blue line. Soft play down into the corner. Koivistonen going after it. And that one, too, will bounce out of play. IFK open the scoring. Now find themselves down 2-1.
There's a look at Dominic Eagly, arguably the best player on the ice for both teams here tonight. I know you and I have both liked his game.
Yeah.
Stat just came up on the Jumbotron. Most successful passes. He is leading both teams. 26 successful passes throughout 39 minutes.
I love that they're giving us that information up on the big screen here. It's great to see. Time on ice obviously is one thing, but distance traveled as well. We get that here, and those completed passes just onside. Ambuel dropped it off back up top. Dahlbeck a shot, and that's just wide. Slides down on it and plays it in behind the net. Ambuel on it there. Corby watching on as well. He'll pressure as it's played out into the neutral zone. Final minute of play here in the second. Davos has a goal from their captain, Ambuel, to go up 2-1. Stransky, he's got the other, and he's got the puck now. Back to Dahlbeck. A steady, reliable defenseman back there, Dahlbeck. He'll play it in. They'll reverse it around. Rantakari gets it to Larson. One last change here for Helsinki. And now they'll all swoop out together towards the neutral zone. 5 wide, up through the middle. That pass just misses Vananen. Tallberg will knock it around far side. Bristad has it, takes a look, sees that he has a little bit of time, so he'll skate it up to center and get it into the zone. Less than 10 seconds to go. Helsinki's got to move now. Kashistul far side, and that'll just be chipped down, and that is going to do it for the second period. HC Davos, a period away from staying alive in their tournament. They lead IFK Helsinki 2-1. All right, Buck, who do I got? Do we know? Ronnie Hervin. Okay. All right, perfect.
No foul. Good. No foul. Excellent, yeah. Injured player is not automatically a penalty.
After the break. Yeah, after the break. Stay in the spot. If you want, you can.
I talk to you later. Yeah.
No, I don't.
See you later. Guys.
That was good play.
Leon, hörde du mig där när jag kom från weak side D in i mitten? När du wheelade den längs med kanten i slutet?
På slutet där?
Ja. Nej. Jag får ropa höger. Jag ser att du letar efter en lösning. Jag förstår att du är stentrött också.
Jag var inte så trött. Det är med att jag inte ser det.
Okej, jag trodde du hade varit inne länge.
Jag plockar pucken med ryggen mot allt.
Ja, jag vet.
Jag kickar på mig direkt. Jag ser bäst på.
Ja, det är skitsvårt.
Jag gillar att du fyller den ytan.
Jag försökte skrika, men jag var så jävla trött så jag hade inte så mycket power.
Jag gillar den ytan. Fortsätt styra den.
Ja. Come on, boys, huh? Together here, we'll be nice. A lot better, way more energy, be smart. Ooh, that was close. Your shot, bro. In his head, though. Fucking kapitan. Känner man lite ljumskarna? Gick lite? Eller är det bara på mig? Är det bara på mig?
Nej.
Alltså såhär trött i... Ja, inte dina som du åkte stenarna, inte de måste den där. Alltså jag tror att du spränger ljudvallen mellan blå och blå, då har du så fas i dig. Ja, men när du får trampa ur dig, du rostar. Ja. Ja, det är helt sjukt. Sista översteget till första isättningen. Ja, men mycket jobbigt. Men det var en gång när du wheelade så var du ute och studsade på den gula också där.
Ja, jag måste inte göra det. Fuck.
Come on, boys, eh?
Let's go, Bua. Come on, boys. Same way.
It was a very good period, gentlemen. We didn't get anything. And now we need another one like this. That means, again, strong with the puck and help the teams all the time. Then when we help them, it's easier for us to breaking out, and when something goes wrong, we're right in this defensive position. Let's have the best period in this tournament, and we are in the semi-final, guys. Let's go!
Finish strong here.
Let's play big, guys. Let's go for the next one. Let's go for the next one. Attack and smart defense.
Yeah, because there was one guy on me first.
Let's go, boys.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, let me know then, because sometimes it's hard. Okay, yeah?
Please be ready if they start cheating. Outmark each other, stay tight. 20 minutes, come on. We're gonna get our chances here, boys. There you go. Stay putty in.
Patience.
Let's go, gentlemen, sir. 20 minutes, sir. Let's make us happy. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Hi, Rosie.
I'm here. Andrew, I'm here.
Come on, boys. That's it. Kack it up. Leg it.
Hey, Mark. Go. Hey, Barshu, huh?
Oh, boys, have a rest here, guys.
Let's go, Chris.
Okay. One spot remains open in the Spengler Cup semifinals, and that will be determined and locked in the next 20 minutes. HC Davos with the advantage right now, 2-1 over IFK Helsinki as we welcome back to the Ice Stadium in Davos, Switzerland. Shots in that last period, 15-7 in favor of HC Davos, and very interested. I wouldn't expect them to sit back and try to hang on to this. Keep doing what you've been doing here, especially in the second period.
Well, isn't that always the challenge when you're a team with the lead going into the third period? As we get a look at Andreas Ambiol, the leader of this club, tapping heads with Klaus Dahlback, the big shot from the point there. That stands right now as the game-winning goal. And yeah, to your point, Dustin, you got to think Davos is going to want to keep the arrow pointed up and keep pushing the pace. The whole hockey world knows what happens when you try to sit back on a lead, especially one that's as precarious as a one-goal lead.
HC Davos victory here, should they hang on, would set up an all-Swiss League semifinal at the Spengler Cup between Davos and Ambri Piotta, which would be awesome. It would be the second game tomorrow here in Switzerland.
Well, the Ambri Piotta fans have certainly been the stars when it comes to the extracurricular outside of the game. with, of course, the Davos fans a close second. So you combine those two, and it would be quite a sight.
Helsinki looking to avoid an 0-3 Spengler Cup, something that happened earlier today to the Canadians. Now in the corner, Rantakari and Jaska both in there trying to dig it out. Blue line, Fora keeps it down deep. Michelis. Rasmussen. Chris Eagley comes in and he'll take it. Jaska, good job there to eliminate him and knock it back out to the neutral zone. Fora takes it all the way back in behind his own net. An early change here in the period for both clubs. Loose stick on the ice causes an issue, and the puck is turned over. Shot through Eschleman. Calmly steers that to the corner. Now Stransky, can he get there? No. Another one through. Eschleman's down, thrown out in front, and they score! Koivistonen early in the third. We're deadlocked at 2.
We know how important puck management is. Davos has a real tricky time with it deep inside their own zone. And it was almost as if Helsinki just sensed that. And a terrific job from Koivistonen going to the front of the net. A wonderful backhand pass. Almost catches Eschleman a little bit off guard. You can see he's down on his knees. He's not ready to push across. He's gone down to a knee, so he's eliminated the opportunity to push right to left there, and he can't get across. Koivistonen puts that up and over for a massive goal to start this third period.
We've got a long way to go in Davos tonight. Buckle up the rest of the way with us. Tappanen had his arm up, but icing is waved off. Tappanen in that IFK net, just 21 years old, and he's made some big saves so far here. Haltonen, the 17-year-old for Helsinki, in on the forecheck. Vellinger, we've seen this game in this tournament. Haltonen with a shot. Eschleman got a shoulder up on that, but so many waves of momentum. And we'll see if Davos can avoid surrendering another one of those waves here to Helsinki. Berglund being harassed from behind. Eventually it's chopped away. Rowe knocks it down inside the blue line. And now Wieser pokes it down into the zone. It'll be ripped around near boards. Aston on it there. Chips it ahead. Tallberg broken up. Nice work on the back check there from Knack. Back out to the neutral zone. Aston hammers it in from center ice. Eschleman couldn't get his stick on it. Deflected up. And now along the boards, Eagley with another chance. Will get it out. Rasmussen following up as well. And down into the corner. Fora. Vesalainen comes in, trying to knock him off the puck. Pops loose, out to the neutral zone. And down the ice. Larson plays it around the boards. Dahlbeck will keep it in. Fight in the corner along the boards to the blocker side right of Roope Tappanen. Tappanen has stopped 18 of 20 so far in this game. Now in behind the goal, turned over, up to the point, shot coming along the ice, misses. Dahlbeck, careful at the blue line, but is able to whack it back down into the corner. Egley drops it off. Point again, Dahlbeck, a shot wide glove. Barendune will knock it back in deep again. Egley going to work there. Barendune up to the point. Rasmussen settles it down. Now Rasmussen wants to head off in a change. It comes to Nygren. Nygren, far side. Davos pushing, looking to go back on top. All the way down into the corner. Corvi, pinned along the boards there by Larson. And now out to the neutral zone. Barendune on it there for Davos. Nygren now makes a move, gets the zone, tosses it over to Stransky's wing. All the way around again and hammered back. Stransky skating onto it, can't get there. Hashod pressured Natanen, almost picked his pocket. Ambul had put his team ahead 2-1 in the second. Now we're tied at 2.
Well, good response from Davos after giving up that tying goal, but I'll tell you, on the flip side, a really nice job from Helsinki keeping him the outside.
Sorella kind of whacks that one, and it weakly trickles in to Tappanen, and he'll hang on for a stoppage.
You know, if you think about the last probably minute and a half, a good minute and 10 of that has been in Helsinki territory, but it's been all board play. So we got a replay of Koivistonen banging home what is currently the tying goal for IFK Helsinki. Their fans like what they saw there.
Hirvonen and Natanen drawing assists on the Koivistonen goal. And that's how we got to a 2-2 tie. Palola tied up by Dahlbeck, following up on the play though. Payanen down into the corner. Dahlbeck, some room to skate, right wing side. Softly in behind the net this time. Bristet looking, moves in on the forecheck, but it's poked past him. Paola took a high stick, accidental, but no call, and now it'll be sent back in. A little bit of a hack, and now a big hit on Sorella. Payanen moves it over, Halttunen. Halttunen plays it back in behind the net, now takes the return feed. Halttunen to center ice, can't gain entry to the zone. They touch it now, they'll be offside, and Helsinki will regroup, freeing up some space for Davos. Knack backhands it in, Rowe overskates it, and now it's brought away. Into the zone, down the right wing side. 3 Helsinki players come in and grab that puck. Tallberg behind the goal, back up top to the left point. Berglund drops it off. Aston in behind the net. Poke it back down there again. Tallberg working against Vellinger. Tallberg hammered down in behind the goal. Berglund will keep it in at the right point. Tallberg has it again. Blue line shot blocked by Wieser, now in behind the goal. A chance to clear finally for Davos. Knack skates it out. Vesalainen takes it away. Rantakari pestered from behind by Eagly. That will go the distance for icing and a stoppage with 13:29 remaining in a 2-2 hockey game.
You can hear the Davos fans encouraging their club, and as you get down to under 14 minutes, here's this high stick. You can see the stick come up from Dahlbeck, but what happened was Dahlbeck was tripped by the linesman. He didn't know the linesman was there. He was skating backwards, tripped and fell back, and his stick came up. So
would have been a greasy one to call.
Would have been a real tough one if you call a high stick there. The Helsinki bench was up in arms.
Jaska. Vesalainen. Back around the boards. Chip past Vesalainen. Rasmussen. Right side. Shot coming off the stick of Nussbaumer. Tied at 2 in Davos. They love their noisemakers here at the ice stadium, don't they? They're almost going the entire game. Welcome back. Spengler Cup coverage here on TSN. Natanen loses it. Ambul comes back to get it. And now it's stolen. Pass behind Larson. And Helsinki will have to retreat. Larson up an open wing. Dahlbeck plays it all the way back to his goaltender. Eschleman now. Dahlbeck gets it again. Plays it ahead. Stransky's pass, too much to handle. Now it'll be batted in by Michelis. Turned over just inside the blue line by Bristet. Pokes it up along the boards. Palola regains control for Helsinki. Soft chip into the corner. Dominic Eagley up the boards. Bristet finds Michelis. Sorella with speed. Michelis trying to find that loose puck. Can't get there in time. But support will knock it in behind the goal. Bristet, a little buzzsaw out there. Hustles into the corner, knocks it loose. Sorella with traffic in front, back to the point. Pashode throws it across, takes a return feed, turns, side of the goal. Sorella tried to go high off the lid of the netminder, but it stays out. And now Haltonen circles back and plays it in behind the goal. Defenseman wasn't ready for it, and Davos takes over. Big save, Tappanen. Sorella across the blue line and out of the zone. A chance for Helsinki to take a breath.
I was just about to admire the poise of Haltonen there, turning that back, but then held on to it too long and an errant pass. What an opportunity for Barron-Dune.
Rowe walking in, still going. Has it knocked off his stick as he got to the slot. Barron-Dune down in behind the goal. Knack, Rowe working their way on the back check. Nygren takes over and gives it to Simone Knack. He'll leave it for Barron-Dune. And Nygren tells him, just settle it down. He'll take it back in behind the net. And Davos with another wave of attackers through the neutral zone. This one is broken up. Well, team plays it in behind the net. Center ice. That's it. Fora takes control of it. Eschleman has to come out and play it. Ooh, almost gave that thing away right in behind his own goal. Now Pakarainen comes crashing in there. Lemush moves down from the point. Plays it into the corner. That's under a player, and they'll quickly blow that down. It was underneath Rasmussen, and they got the quick whistle.
Well, here was the Sorella jumping on the loose puck. Barron-Dune just doesn't get that up high enough. Good save from Tappanen. You can see head coach Billy Peltonen reminding his players, don't throw that puck away errantly behind our own net.
Puck will be dropped. Walker's side right of Eschleman. Stop 23 of 25. Tied it to 10 to play. Shot high. Eschleman stays on his feet, turns it aside. Another stop as he steers it into the corner. Pashode and Eagley will go to work down low. No movement on this puck just yet. Now it's knocked towards the goal. Ambul there, comes back, shot, blocked. Another one, flipped towards the goal. Where is it? Natanen comes up with it, turns, puts it on net again. Blocked by the big defenseman Pashode, and the zone cleared by Stransky. High sticking penalty though coming up against Helsinki.
It was Dominic Eagley that went down. This might be 4 minutes.
He comes with the shaft off.
The referees are going to discuss it.
This is a big call with 9:40 left.
They're going to look at it
in an elimination game.
On the ice right now, they're calling it. They're calling it a 5-minute penalty, but they're going to review.
The official call on the ice is a 5-minute major. Ooh. Hirvonen with a cross check right to the chops. We saw in the Canadian game, Bisson got tossed 5 minutes for a cross check that was not as bad as that one.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, Toby Bisson for Canada was trying to clear the front of the net, and it was a hard cross check, and it ran up on the neck of his opponent. And here, again, I don't think there's any malicious intent here. I mean, in a tie game with 9:40 left, I don't think, but his hand got up. It was in a cross-check position, and it got Egli square in the face.
The officials continue to have a look at it. I think in that last look we saw, was Hirvonen, did the cross-check kind of ride up a little bit into the face, or was it initially right to the face, right? I wonder if that is something that they will look at here. Almost like it hit the forearms and then, or the upper arm.
If we get a look, Eagly's hands are up, right? So Eagly's got his hands up, and then I think Hirvonen's hands caught Eagly's and then went up from there. 4 minutes.
4 minutes. The call for high sticking.
So what we just heard there, as the referee explains to Christian Volvin, the Davos coach, was yes, the hands got pushed up into the face of Eagly. That's why it's not a 5-minute major, instead a double minor.
The review process works.
It does.
Still a 4-minute power play for Davos in their home event, trying to stay alive here against IFK Helsinki. You could not ask for a better opportunity, unless it was a 5-on-3, I guess, but 5-on-4 is what will work. Stransky down the wall, back up top to Eagly. He's been dynamic today. Back to Stransky. That's Wieser in the high slot. Stransky with a play off the end board, trying to walk out, and that is sent all the way down the ice.
Well, hey, that's where you know the home arena, with that hard pass from Corvi behind the net, careening off to Stransky, and he had a lane to the net. He just mishandled it.
Rowe into the corner, trying to chase after it, over the head of Eagly, and back down the ice. Now played up to Stransky. Drops it back to Eagly. Rowe brought in, that's Corvi rather. Stransky gets it to Corvi. Corvi, Rowe lost the handle on it, and now they'll fly back the other way. Tallberg sends it high, kind of awkwardly played there by Ashleman, and it's over top of the goal and in behind the net. Stransky takes over. First minute of this 4-minute power play gone. Fresh troops over the boards here for Davos, and on the penalty kill for the Finnish club. Rasmussen, middle of the ice, broken up and sent back the other way, having problems getting set up here.
A real nice read from the Helsinki forward Koivistonen to jump on that pass in the neutral zone, interrupt it, and ultimately get the puck down.
Ambul rings it around the boards, bounces right onto the stick of Eero Pakarainen, and he knocks it down the ice. Ashleman, that was slightly awkward, but they're able to get away with it. Now Nygren. Sorella couldn't control, and Davos is struggling with the man advantage. They've wasted half of this 4-minute power play.
Well, picture perfect penalty kill for the opening 2 minutes from Helsinki. Nothing doing so far from Davos.
Played ahead by Corvi, now dropped back to Eagly. Corvi looking for Stransky. That time it was blocked. Wieser a shot. And once again, played down the ice, this time by Eddie Larsson. Stretch pass from the netminder ahead to Stransky. Stransky far side. Corvi, Stransky, knuckler bounces in behind the net. Rowe keeps it alive. Corvi again, waiting. Wieser a shot and he scores! Power play marker, Davos goes on top 3-2.
Well, a power play clinic from Enzo Corvi here. Watch the slight deception right here, and then he throws it out to the slot to Wieser. That is fabulous. Looks like he might go to roll beside the net. Quickly turns his wrist over. The Helsinki defender just vacated Wieser for that 1.5 second. It's on and off his stick. Far side, perfect finish. A massive goal is an understatement, especially coming off the heels of a pretty dull first 2 minutes of that power play. Davos leads 3-2.
Davos power play 2 for 5 tonight after going 0 for 7 in their first 2 games. And great breakdown, Kent. Just a little movement of the hands and probably a look opening things up there. Corvi, a wizard on the power play there. Eschleman almost giving it back. And now it's knocked out to the neutral zone, and Helsinki once again in search of a game-tying goal. Hulttunen in over the blue line, stripped from behind, puck still laying there, and eventually taken away and now skated away through the neutral zone. That sure looked offside, no call. And now brought back in, Paola. Couldn't control. And now calmly brought ahead. Berendune, pass ahead, not a great one, but Rasmussen picks it up anyway. Throws it across. Was looking for Berendune, the defenseman who joined the rush. Now in the corner. Taken away from Nussbaumer, and that one is up and out of play. Davos back on top, 3-2. Welcome back to the Ice Stadium. That's head coach Christian Volman when he was being explained why it wasn't a 5-minute major. A man of many expressions, with words and without. Now along the boards, it'll be brought away. Davos, Rasmussen plays it in behind the net. Broken up there by Luhanka. And Luhanka brings it away, center ice, takes a bump from Bellinger and plays it all the way down. Pashot on it there, in behind his own net. Iglio skated away, Ambule, nice little tip between the legs to get it down the ice. Corvi gives chase, Stransky as well. They'll move it ahead to Natanen. Natanen closed on quickly, Ambule will play it out and he wants to go after it here. Hirvonen, who was in the box when they went up on top 3-2, looking to redeem himself. Watching on, comes back around to Fora. Corvi thought about it, gives it to Dahlbeck. Back to Corvi again. Now he'll send one on goal. Stransky reached out, tried to get a stick on it. Now he'll head into the corner and throw Hirvonen down to the ice, and it's knocked out to the neutral zone.
Well, with a 3-2 lead, and you wonder if Davos was going to sit back. Michael Ford, the defenseman, just exchanged spots with Enzo Corvi and was in front of the net there. Enzo Corvi, the forward for Davos, was the last man back on the blue line.
Rantakari goes back here for Helsinki. Larson. Jaska to center. Sends it in. Ashleman watching. Baron Dune will play it in behind the net to Nygren. Nygren up the boards. Laid out there in the middle of the ice for Knack. Couldn't get there. And now it's taken away by Motin. Motin has a goal in the tournament. That shot right into the stomach of Tappinen, who was way out to cut off the angle on that attempt from Sorella.
You're right, he came about a good 3-4 feet outside of his blue paint there to shut down any angle. And when you do that, you got to make sure you hold on. There's not a rebound. Andrew Rowe was lurking.
3 minutes, 48 seconds, possibly left in the tournament for Helsinki, unless they can find one more to stay alive. Now it's down the ice. No icing. It was touched. Pressure in behind the goal. Sorella can't come up with it. It'll be brought away and played out by Luhanka. Eagly plays it ahead to Bristet. Bristet up the middle of the ice. Bouncing puck. Michelis drops it off, and it's shot into the glove of Tappinen, who's got to close that door for good now. See these fans jumping? They've been doing that the whole game in that section.
Now they call it the Davos Den. It's standing room only. It takes up the whole end zone and around the corners as well. You know, the tagline for Davos, or the Spengler Cup, is the peak of hockey, but it really is a party. It really is a celebration of the sport. And these people are here to have fun.
Now down the ice. And that will be icing. It's like a hockey fest. Yeah. Right? Essentially. Described to us this week as kind of like I think it was Shane Doan who told me this when I chatted with him. He said it's kind of like a minor hockey tournament because you got your family and your friends there. Now, a minor hockey tournament usually doesn't have the party tent that's set up outside here. But I get the vibe, you know, from Hockey Canada. And actually, we were told earlier by the head coach of the Helsinki squad, they've always been jealous. Canada brings their family, so Helsinki brought a bunch of their family this year as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful to see. I mean, you and I and our crew were up the mountain the other day, and essentially the whole Orebro team was up there with their families. So obviously hockey first and foremost, but a little bit of time to relax and enjoy as well.
Rantakari, the defenseman, just going after this puck, opens things up for Ambule the other way. Ambule walking in, puts on the brakes, makes a move, tosses it into the far corner. Corby now patiently attacking against Rantakari. Stransky takes it away. Stransky, Corby, and Ambule put together for the first time in this game, and it has worked out well. Stransky goes down. Rantakari steps in, and now they'll move it ahead to center ice. Paola drops it off. Berglund down into the corner. 2.5 minutes to play here at the Ice Stadium. Davos looking to book a ticket to the semifinal. Shot blocked. Played up by Vellinger and down the ice. Rasmussen trying to get there. Pokes it in behind the goal. Rowe on it for Davos. Rasmussen waiting in behind the net. Rowe turns, and that's where he's going to go with it. Rasmussen takes it on the backhand. 2 minutes remaining. Rasmussen across to Dominic Eagly. Eagly sends one on goal, short side, that's wide. Sorella trying to keep it in. And Jaska will play it back in behind his own net. Stretch pass, Nattinen. Nattinen chasing in after it. Dahlbeck knocks it loose. Wieser, who has the go-ahead goal, battling down in the corner. Dahlbeck comes up with it, 90 seconds on the clock. Fora. Wieser. Sorella with speed, in over the blue line, a shot, and Tappinen hangs on to it And with 1 minute and 19 seconds left, Helsinki down by 1 will have a face-off in their own zone.
Well, the up-ice pressure from Davos has been fabulous since they've got the go-ahead goal, getting up on the forecheck, interrupting any sort of breakout, not allowing Helsinki to come out with speed. We just saw Tappinen shaking his head there a little bit. He took the long shot from Sorella right in the chest. He would have loved to have moved that off to his defenseman so there wasn't a face-off deep, but he just couldn't get it out of his chest. And it looks like we've got a timeout now for IFK.
Ambry Piotto waits the winner in the semifinal. I saw their head coach, Lucas Oretta, downstairs in the second intermission here, getting a look. Of course, if they play Davos, as it looks like they will, at least for now, with the way the game that currently is, an opponent they're extremely familiar with from league play, and that would be fun to see Davos and Ambry Piotto with a spot in a Spengler Cup final on the line.
1:19 until we know for sure. What we do know between now and then is that there will at least be one push from IFK Helsinki. First and foremost, they got to get possession off this face-off so they can pull Tappinen for the extra attacker.
Koivistonen on the draw against Enzo Corvi. Corvi knocks it back. It's laying there. Ambule hustling over to the neutral zone. Not far enough to pull the netminder just yet. Now it's sent back in. Stransky will give chase. Great pressure here from Davos. Ambule steals it in behind the net, plays it back around. Dahlbeck slides down from the point to keep it alive in the corner. And now Vesalainen plays it around far side. Stransky will pressure there. And Pakarainen finally settles it down, but just 45 seconds left to work. Nattinen in over the blue line, sends it in. Eschleman keeps it alive. Eagley will fire it around the boards. Tappinen still hadn't gone. And now an icing call, which will allow them to get Roope Tappinen to the bench for an extra attacker with 38 seconds on the clock.
That was a smart play from goaltender Eschleman to just bat that puck down, leave it for Eagley to play. Eagley was, he rimmed it hard. He was hoping it would touch something, but it didn't, so went all the way down for icing.
Koivistonen on the draw for Helsinki again. Eschleman watching on, puck to be dropped to his right. Rasmussen hammers it to the boards, now back to the point. Berglund walks the line, dumps it off. They'll send one through, blocked in front underneath the player, pushed back out to the blue line, kept in. Nattinen along the boards, 24 seconds on the clock. Nattinen again, traffic in front, side of the goal, down low, looking back door, that's broken up, 15 seconds to play. Berglund, far half wall, now down low in behind the net, return feed, still behind the goal. 6 seconds left on the clock, gotta get it on net. Nattinen up top to Berglund, still no shot. Nattinen finally lets one go, laying there, and that'll do it. Davos survives. Helsinki eliminated.
Well, terrific scene at Ice Stadium, Davos. And you think of what about 24 hours ago, this team was battered and bruised by Sparta Prague. What a bounce back effort. Full 60 minutes and a 3-2 victory and a spot, a date once again with Sparta Prague tomorrow.
HC Davos victorious here tonight, advancing to a semifinal at the Spengler Cup.
Yeah, for sure we will. All right, do you want it? Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Good game, buddy. Awesome. They're hot.
do for go?